Hey, watch the merchandise, will you, sister? Live cargo in here.
Oh, it's good to be home, Princess.
Isn't that the truth? There were times when I wasn't certain we'd see these cozy environs again.
Timmy's in the mood for a martini.
Smashing idea. Make mine a double.
Timmy doesn't know which was scarier. Watching you almost get boiled alive, or climbing up that trellis and seeing Julian and that lady doing those bad things to each other.
Yes. I'm sorry you had to see that, Timmy, but at least we got Hecuba away from Julian before she escaped from that bottle. Beelzebub himself wouldn't be able to help us if she got free. You hear that, you old bat? You're not going to cause us any more trouble from in there.
That's what you think, Ms. Thing. I've only begun to settle my score with you and your backstabbing little friend.
Luis isn't ready to marry me yet. You saw his face when the subject came up.
You don't know what's going on in his mind. And the reason you don't is because he doesn't know himself.
Well, that's not exactly an ideal basis for a marriage proposal.
I used to think that there was a perfect time to make a commitment, but not anymore. You know, it's just like that joke. You want to make God laugh, make a plan.
Very funny.
It's true. You love Luis, he loves you, end of story. That's why I think things are going to turn out exactly the way Teresa's fortune cookie predicted. It's going to be a double wedding this spring in Harmony. If you follow your heart.
Look, even if I were going to propose to Sheridan, I couldn't do it right now.
Well, give me one good reason why not.
What?
I'd say one good reason. You love her, she loves you. What more do you need?
You really think that I should walk into Mama's kitchen and ask Sheridan to marry me right now?
With all of my heart. Just do it, Luis. Miguel, stop. I can't let you go in there.
I have to. I have to get Charity out of the clutches of those demons.
But you almost died the last time you tried to save her. Miguel, what if that giant serpent comes back and attacks you again? I mean, what if you can't get away from it this time?
Look, I know what I'm up against, Kay. And maybe you and the others can't understand because you've never loved someone so much that you're willing to die for them.
That is not true. Miguel, I do love someone that much.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
You love someone as much as I love Charity. Oh, Reese. You're talking about Reese. I mean, I knew you guys had something going on. I just didn't know it had gotten that serious.
It's not Reese, Miguel. It's somebody else.
You're kidding. I mean, do I know him? I can't believe you haven't told your best friend about this other guy.
Well, it's not. I just meant that there are people that I love enough to die for. You know, my mom, my dad, Jessica, even though she can be a pain.
You forgot Charity. I mean, you risked your life to save Charity when you tried to help me rescue her.
Yeah, Charity too.
But I'm not talking about family, Kay. I mean, of course, we'd do anything we could to protect them. I'm talking about the kind of love that when someone walks into your life, it's never the same after that. The kind of love where you can't stop thinking about that person because without them, you're not complete. Like me and Charity. And if Reese isn't that person for you, then I guess you've never felt that way about anyone before, right?
This double wedding scenario of Teresa and yours, don't you think you're getting a little ahead of yourselves?
Not a bit. I mean, you love Luis, right?
more than I've ever allowed myself to love anyone. If I could have one wish granted to me for the rest of my life, it would be to marry Luis.
Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I mean, it's not a problem, really. I'm just being realistic. You know, Luis has a lot on his plate right now. He's very involved in his police work. He's the main provider for his family, not to mention how driven he is to find out what happened to his father all those years ago. He's just not in a position to marry anyone right now.
Sheridan, you haven't listened to a word I've said. Look, no one is ever in the position to get married. You know, there are always going to be more reasons to wait than to take the plunge. But life is too short to always do the practical thing. You know, when two people are meant to be together, you have to seize the moment before they slip away.
You know who you sound like, don't you?
Don't tell me. Teresa's notions of fate and destiny are starting to rub off on me.
Forget starting to. You are a true disciple, Ethan. Pretty soon you'll be spinning your own fairy tales.
Fine, laugh. I don't blame you, but there's worse things to believe in than romance.
You're right.
Logic doesn't cut it when it comes to romance. Luis can have all the reasons in the world, but when two people are meant to be together, nothing should get in the way. Nothing.
You can do it, Luis. Send Ethan out here to me. Get on your knees and ask Sheridan to marry you. You know that you want to.
What am I doing?
You're gonna ask the woman you love to spend the rest of her life with you. Oh, don't tell me you're scared. Not Pilar Lopez Fitzgerald Sunday, bravest cop on the Harmony Police Force. You can do anything you set your mind to.
This isn't about fear, okay? Even if my knees do get weak every time Sheridan's in the room.
Well, then I don't get it.
No. It's about timing. Yes, Sheridan and I, we do love each other very much. And yes, I do want to have children with her and spend the rest of my life with her, but I just don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
But what's so wrong foot about a double wedding with Ethan and me?
That is your wedding. Now, Sheridan and I will get married if we make up our minds to, but not because you opened some fortune cookie that says there are going to be 2 brides and 2 grooms.
But, Luis, the main reason that I want you two to get married right away is because you're perfect for each other. You always have been. I mean, I knew it from the start.
Oh, did you now?
Yes. It was crystal clear to everybody but you. I mean, I can't believe how long it took you two to figure it out.
Well, then I guess we're meant to be together, seeing as though we're both so dense.
Exactly. Which is why the two of you should get married sooner rather than later.
Teresa, that is not a reason, okay? I've made up my mind. Sheridan and I will get married on our own timetable, not yours, not anyone else's. But it's funny to you?
Well, you just sound so sure of yourself, so definite.
I am. I've made my decision. There will be no wedding for me and Sheridan in the near future. That's my decision. That's final. You can take it to the bank.
Mission accomplished, Tim Tim. That wigaholic Harridan will never bother us again.
What's Tabitha going to do with Hecuba?
I'm going to bury her in her bottle far away so she will never be a problem again.
That's what you think, Hagatha. I knew someday we would have our high noon style showdown. Only you're too arrogant to know that this is the day. We'll see how long you keep toasting your success.
Ow! Something just pricked Jimmy on his arm. Could Hecuba have enough power to hurt Timmy from inside her bottle?
Oh, absolutely not. If she could, she would have fried us both by now. Still, just to be on the safe side. There. Now we don't even have to be reminded of her while we enjoy our libation. Give it up, Hecuba. Stop embarrassing yourself and call it a night.
You better not make her mad, Princess. She could still have enough power to turn you into a critter, just like she did Timmy.
Oh no, Timmy. You're a goat.
A goat? What's Hecuba doing to Timmy?
Don't worry, Timmy. Hecuba's baby spells won't work on me.
You underestimate my power for deceit. Tabitha, I can make you believe anything I want.
Mark my words, Tim Tim, in a few days' time, you won't even remember Hecuba existed.
Timmy's not that sure. Hecuba could haunt him all the days of his life. Timmy can still remember the glass shattering when she broke into the house that one time. Oh, and what about the time she threatened to push Timmy and his princess into the basement? And she's always shooting lightning bolts at Timmy and Tabby whenever she gets bored. Timmy can't believe Princess could almost forget being boiled alive in the cannibal pot. But the worst, the absolute worst, was how she humiliated Timmy by turning him into a poodle. What was that?
It's me, Hecuba. Over here, in the bottle.
Don't pay her any mind, Timmy.
You've won the damn war. The least you can do is thank me.
The nerve of her! Expecting thanks after what she's put us through. But, just out of curiosity, Hecuba, what is it that you think Timmy and I should thank you for?
The wonderful times you both have ahead of you. With me out of the way, the world is your oyster.
Timmy doesn't like oysters. Timmy thinks Tabby should put Hecuba in the drawer and shut her up.
It's not like you to admit defeat, Hecuba. You've never raised the white flag in your life.
Oh, but those were the good old days. We were both a lot younger then. I'm afraid this time I am completely out of tricks. Would it kill you to say 2 words before you banish me?
Oh, don't do it, Princess. She's up to something.
I don't blame you for being suspicious, Timmy, but this is between witches. And after all, what harm could 2 little words do when she's trapped inside a bottle in our very own home? I mean, how could she possibly hurt us?
I believe that's what the fly said before it went to visit the friendly spider.
What is it, Kay? Why are you looking at me like that?
Miguel, I can't let you go back into the flames of hell.
We've already been through this.
No, Miguel, just listen to me, okay? We both know what the risks are. I mean, what if you don't come out this time? What about the people that love you?
I know it would be hard on Mama.
She would cry herself to sleep forever if she lost you. I can't let you go back in there. I mean, if you try, I'm gonna go right back down into the kitchen and tell your mom and everybody else what you're planning on doing.
Please, Kay, if you care about me at all, you won't stop me. I mean, I couldn't live with myself if I didn't do everything I could to save Charity. You'd understand if you love someone that much.
Just stop saying that, Miguel. I do love somebody that much. I love someone so much that if he dies, I'll die too. Don't you